Hi, I'm Terry Dartnay, a special education teacher. I'm going to talk about what an IEP is. An IEP is an individual education plan, which is part of the special education law of IDEA. IDEA allows for additional services and protection for children with learning disabilities, such as accommodations, modifications, and related special education services that will help the student to be successful in school. The IEP creates an opportunity for teachers, parents, school administrators, related service personnel, and students, when appropriate, to work together to improve educational results for children with learning disabilities. The time frame for an IEP meeting is approximately 45 minutes to an hour and a half. Who is involved in the IEP meeting? The special education program specialist, school administrator, special education teacher, classroom teacher, related service providers such as speech therapists or occupational therapists or others, the school psychologist, the school nurse, the parent, and sometimes the student.
Hi, I'm Diane Yang, and I am a special educator, and I'm going to be talking about how students can be qualified for special education services. If there's a concern from a parent, the school, or a doctor on a student's academic performance, then they may be considered for special education services. With permission from a parent, a formal assessment plan can be developed. Based on the student's academic needs, academic achievement tests can be done by the teacher and psychologist. The speech therapist may also do language assessments, and other assessments can be performed as needed. Those assessments will be reviewed during an IEP meeting to determine eligibility. What do special education services include? Special education services depends on the individual student's needs. One student may receive services only provided by the special educator. Another student can receive related services such as speech therapy, occupation therapy, or adaptive PE. Students can receive services in their general education classroom or in a specialized academic center.
Hi, I'm Rayanne Barrett. I work here as a special educator at the school, and I'm here to talk to you about some of the paperwork that we do at an IEP meeting. Now, there is a lot of paperwork. Sometimes IEPs can be up to 24 pages, so make sure to ask any questions of your IEP team if you have any of the paperwork. I'm just going to go over a few pieces. One of the most important paperwork you'll get is the parents' rights, and you should get this at every IEP meeting. And it describes what your rights are as a parent with a child with an IEP. So make sure to go over this and let us know if you have any questions, because you do have safety guards in place for if you don't agree with the direction of your child's IEP. Another piece of paper that you will see is the assessment plan. An assessment plan is needed to get your signature if we're going to assess your child for any reason, whether it be for an initial IEP meeting, a triannual meeting, or to assess for further special education services. We will check down here what we'll be testing, and your signature is needed on the second page down here, and make sure to check that you give consent if you do. And you should be contacted before you receive one of these, some of the reasons why we might be wanting to assess your student. And finally, we have our parent consent page, which is pretty much the first and last piece of paper that you will sign at every IEP meeting. Up top, you will sign as a participant at the IEP meeting, and down here at the bottom, you will sign if you agree to all parts of the IEP. You'll check right here that you agree and sign down here. And you as the parent are a vital part of every IEP meeting and the IEP team, and you can really help us determine where we go with your child's educational or how we proceed with the education of your child. So make sure to ask any questions at any time. Again, there's a lot of paperwork at every IEP meeting, and so if you ever have a question, please let us know.